And they get going right now.
Yes, 3 semi-finals, first 2 in each, and the next 2 fastest to qualify for the final, as we have had in virtually all the sprints, I think, 3 semis. 24 athletes taking their part, having qualified from the first round heats. Sharika Nelvis, we'll be seeing her later, world leader, well, very soon in fact, because she's in the first heat. She's run 12:34 this year.
On the track, it's the semi-finals of the women's 100-meter hurdles. 让大家久等了，非常精彩的女子100栏的半决赛马上开始。首先来看3个小组当中第一组的比赛。
Well, there they are, all standing up ready. Just final adjustment to be made to make sure the hurdles are exactly placed right. Nothing worse than finding a hurdle in the wrong place. It has happened in 1 or 2 quite important meetings even. There's a look at Dawn Harper-Nelson. As Rob was explaining earlier, the most experienced of the Americans and oldest in this lineup at 31 years of age, but just as good as ever. So there's the lineup: George, Schrott, Williams, Danielle Williams that is, Nelvis, Talley, Harper-Nelson, Pedersen and Ofili. So 2 of the very, very good US squad going in this, the first semi-final, 1 in each of the others as well. Got such depth of talent in women's sprint hurdling in the States. From the inside then, we have Felicia George, the Canadian, who was a finalist in the Worlds in 2011, went on to be 5th in the Olympic Games. Personal best of 12:65, a little outside that this year. Then Beate Schrott, coming back from injury, the Austrian, who's got a best of 12:92, European bronze medalist and also Olympic finalist back in 2012. Beate Schrott. Danielle Williams, well, the Jamaicans having a pretty good games at sprinting, and Danielle is the World Student Games champion this year. We'll see her older sister later. This is Danielle, who's got a best of 12:69. Now, Sharika Nelvis, well, she's really burst to the fore this year at the age of 25. 12.34 she's run. US Collegiate Champion indoors and out last year. Now 7th on the world all-time list. Some big Diamond League victories to her credit as well this year. Alina Talley, probably the best European athlete currently, European team champion this year, European indoor champion for the 2nd time, and a former European champion outdoors. This is Dawn Harper-Nelson. Well, she's bidding for her 4th world final. She got the bronze medal in 2011, 4th last time, 7th in 09, and of course, the key thing is the Olympic champion in 2008 and the silver in 2012. Great consistency by a great hurdler, Dawn Harper-Nelson. Isabel Pedersen was the World Youth Champion in 2009, went on to be European Under-23 champion. She's run 12:88. And Cindy Ofili has opted to become a British national in the team, just like her elder sister. She's run 12:60, and she's the NCAA runner-up this year. So that's the lineup. 2 sure to go through to the final as we look back over the 10 flights of hurdles for this, the first of the 3 semi-finals. With the Americans Nelvis in 5 and Harper-Nelson in 7. Talley in between, the Belarusian, George, Schrott, Williams, Nelvis, Talley, Harper-Nelson, Pedersen, Ofili. Nelvis, the fastest in the world this year, goes in lane 5. How will she fare against Harper-Nelson in 7? Well, away they go, and a super start indeed by Nelvis, and Harper-Nelson also. Oh, Harper-Nelson's fallen. Nelvis is going ahead. She's accompanied by Williams and also by Talley, and it's going to be Williams and possibly just ahead of Nelvis, and then Talley. But the drama came way back down the track at the 2nd hurdle when Dawn Harper-Nelson crashed over it and out. We were making her one of the favourites, but it's not to be.
What a shame. What a shame for the Olympic champion. Great run from Danielle Williams, coming through to out-dip Nelvis on the line, 12.58 to 12.59. Talley, incidentally, in third with a lifetime best, 12.70. But watch Harper Nelson, third from the left-hand side. Such a shame.
She looked so impressive in the heat, didn't she? The experienced American, when she ran 12.79 seconds, but got it all wrong and crashed out. See if we can get another view on the replay. Out reasonably well, but Sharika Nelvis in lane number 5 flew out of the blocks. Yep, absolutely crashed and burned the American. But in the centre lanes, the world number 1, Nelvis, dragging through Danielle Williams from Jamaica, the new World Student Games champion with her. So, 12.58 seconds for this Jamaican. That's not hanging around. Well, you can't do when it's just the first two, can you, in each of these semi-finals?
And one of the favourites has gone. Great run, though, from Danielle Williams to out-dip Nelvis. What a shame for Dawn Harper-Nelson. Let's have another look at this. She's in the third from left-hand side. Fine on the first barrier, and then it all went wrong on the second.
Yeah, the trail leg caught on the second. You can see on the replay, that was nice and clean. And you see she caught her foot. And luckily, the athlete inside her, Talley of Belarus, was just a little bit ahead of Harper Nelson because she crashed and burned into her lane. And luckily, there was no contact for the athlete who came through in a personal best, incidentally, in third.
As a result, Danielle Williams smashing her personal best with a 12.58 from Nelvis, 12.59, and then Talley next at 12.70.
Drama in the first of the semi-finals for the women's 100-metre hurdles. Will it be smoother for the favourites in this second semi-final? Kendra Harrison of the United States goes in 4, and Tiffany Porter of Great Britain in 7, the two quickest athletes in the field on paper. And we've just seen what can happen when it goes wrong. Dawn Harper-Nelson, the Olympic champion, on the floor after 2 barriers. Ekaterina Galitskaya, 2 times national indoor champion, the Russian. 12.78, but only 12.93 so far this season. Then the Jamaican, Kimberly Lang, 4th in the Pan American Championships last month in Toronto. She's gone inside 13 seconds, and she'll be under pressure because the American is in the lane next to her. Kendra Harrison, 2nd in the US Championships, 4th fastest in the world this year with 12.50. Can she secure passage through to a mouth-watering final? Outside her in 5, Kia Beckles needed a national record in the heats to get through to the semi-finals. 6th in the Commonwealth Games last year. This is a step up in class. Cindy Roloder, the German, European bronze medalist last year, just missed the medal at the European Indoors this year. She'll have good company, because out to her right is the European champion who picked up the bronze in Moscow, talking to herself, Tiffany Porter. 12.51 her lifetime best, 12.56 this season. She's one of the 2 quickest in this semi-final. Michelle Jennings a bit shy, isn't she? World Student Games bronze medalist this year. The Australian looks like she's ready for a party. Semi-final with a smile on her face. She's still dancing. And on the outside for Switzerland, Naomi Zabarin, World Youth and World Junior silver medalist, and made the semis of the Europeans last year. Galitskaya, Russia in 2, Liang, Jamaica in 3, Harrison, the United States in 4, Beckles, Barbados in 5, Roloder, Germany 6, Porter, there she is, in 7, Jenica in 8 for Australia, Zabarin of Switzerland in 9. Kendra Harrison, 3rd from the right-hand side, the American. There she is. Tiffany Porter, 3rd from the left-hand side as we watch it for Great Britain. Only 2 guaranteed to advance to the final. Packed crowd here in the Bird's Nest. Tension mounting. Big race for all 8 of these women. And there's a false start. Now, I wonder whether it looked to the naked eye as though possibly the American in 4 had got off quickly. Now, we'll have an opportunity
Dead right.
to have another look here.
0.071 reaction time.
There she goes, and that could be disaster for the American. We'll wait for official confirmation, but the American, who finished second in their trials and has gone 12.50 this season, her race looks as though it's over.
Well, the reaction time doesn't lie, I don't think. 0.071, 0.100
And you could see
allowed.
it with your naked eye. 12.50 this year. She would have been a great favourite for a medal. So the Americans came here with amazing strength in depth. Dawn Harper-Nelson fell after the second barrier in the first of the semi-finals, and one of the fastest women in the world this year looks as though she's gone because of a false start.
Well, all the officials, let's look at the replay. Keep your eye on 4. It looked like she moved early, and Peter's given us the statistics. Anything under 0.1 second, she's standing there defiantly, and quite rightly so. There's about 3 or 4 officials in their white shirts huddled around the yellow monitor next to the starter.
Well, they've just got to check whether there was anything wrong with the equipment, of course. If it was faulty equipment, then they get a warning.
Yep, you'll see a green card
But it doesn't
potentially
look
come
good.
out.
No, you could see it with your naked eye.
But of course, they have to check to make sure there wasn't anything that triggered it off beforehand. She's hoping. She's really hoping here.
Well, she's living dangerously.
There
And
was
this
a
would be bad news for the Americans if she does go.
Yeah, there was a problem with the men's hurdles, with the equipment seeming a little bit faulty with Ash and Svoboda, possibly. And they allowed Svoboda back in again. But I don't think this is the same case, but they are clearly
taking a long
checking very
time.
carefully.
Well, you could see it with your naked eye that she went early, but this must be a hugely tense time for Kendra Harrison. Third from the right-hand side there, it was clear to see.
But they normally don't take this long. You can see on the left of the shot now that, well, the amount of officials has gone to 7, 8, 9.
Well, in the end, there will be a start referee.
Who will come in?
That would be the final verdict.
Oh, here we go. Remember, a green card will be faulty and nobody will be removed, but a red card, the 1 false start rule, as we know, would mean that the American would be gone. And that's not good news for the US of A after the fall of Dawn Harper.
And she's going. A disaster for the American.
Well, like most Americans, they don't believe it when it happens.
Well, the statistics don't lie, and neither does the naked eye. On both counts, she has committed a false start. Sometimes in the American system, they are allowed to run under protest, but the
rules,
Chinese
though.
don't like that, and
Well,
that shouldn't be happening
here. It's against
here.
the rules, full stop.
So, Dawn Harper-Nelson falling in the first semi-final for the United States, and Kendra Harrison disqualified in the second.
Well, Brianna Rawlings just looking on there.
Yes.
She's the only one standing as far as the American women are concerned.
Well, there is an Elvis as well.
That's right, yeah. Rawlings got through as a wild card, I forgot. Yes, but my. Well, we've had some dramas in the hurdles, but...
well, the Americans are not having a good championships.
Well, the headline from that is that it gives someone else a massive opportunity here, because Harrison was the fastest in the field on paper. Galetskaya, Russia 2, Liang, Jamaica in 3, Beckles, Barbados in 5, Roloder, Germany 6, Porter, Great Britain 7, Jennings, Australia 8, Zabarin, Switzerland in 9. Second semi-final of the women's 100-metre hurdles. 2 to advance to the big showdown later tonight. Thank goodness this time we get away well. Tiffany Porter is up into her running. She's got a significant advantage over the rest of the field. This is a good run from the Briton. The Russians pulled up on the near side. Porter takes it from the German Roloder in second place, 12.62. And after all the delays with Harrison's disqualification, that was a good run from the Briton. Disappointment for Galetskaya. She pulled up somewhere down the home straight, but the Briton safely through to the final. She'll get the first choice of lanes, and a good run from Roloder, the European bronze medalist, to come home for second.
Well, she held her form well, didn't she? The Briton, we know she can deliver on the major stage. And all the hassle and the disqualification of the American not affecting the British #1. The good battle for the automatic places behind her. And it does look like Roloder of Germany will get the second automatic qualifying spot. But drama, drama, drama. Really disappointing for the Americans. We don't need to mention that because that's obvious. But good qualification from Tiffany Porter, and in a couple of hours' time, they'll come back and do it all again.
Well, Roloder has secured her place in the final with a lifetime best, 12.79. Zabarin, 12.81, but she's some way behind Talley, who was third in the first semi, with 12.70. Good run from the Briton and the German.
But the only disconcerting thing, apart from obviously the loss of the American, is the time it took for the officials to decide what was going on there, really. I mean, for us, it was fairly obvious from the naked eye, Peter. But
I can only think that they're a little spooked by the fact that they had some problems before. And they may be slightly down in equipment, but it really wasn't a difficult one to decide, I don't think.
Well, it's been far more obvious than some of the others that we've had, so I don't know what was going on there.
Well, they took their time, but the right decision was reached. She breached the barrier in terms of reaction. So good qualifying for 4 athletes automatically so far. And Talley, well, she still holds on to one of those spots with her semi-final time of 12.70 for a non-automatic qualifier. And Zabarin of Switzerland currently now occupies the second next fastest non-automatic qualifier from that second heat, with her 12.81 clocking. So what will the third semi-final bring?
Tiffany Porter, good qualification. So too Roloder with a lifetime best. Zabarin will have to wait to see if 12.81 is good enough to go through as a fastest loser.
But now the final semi-final in the women's 110-metre hurdles.
Yep, here they are, the lineup, and obviously one to watch in this is Brianna Rollins. Well, we saw the drama, as everybody keeps saying, in the previous heats with the Americans. Can Brianna, the defending world champion, keep her head, keep her cool? But we go through the lineup now. Sui Jiao Wu, obviously the big favourite with the local crowd. She goes in lane 2, the Asian Games champion. 4th in her heat to qualify through to this semi-final. Just on her outside, Nina Morozova of Russia, 2nd in European Team Championships and World Student Games in 2015. She was 5th in her heat to qualify. In fact, Brianna Rollins was the only winner of a heat in this particular semi, so maybe a little bit favouring her really. Here she is, the defending champion. Got a wild card. I don't like that term, wild card. She got here by her simple fact that she was the defending champion. As simple as that, as far as I'm concerned. Hasn't been running great this year. She's had a few sort of 3rds and 4ths in some of the Diamond Leagues, but never doubt the competitive ability of a woman like that. Just on her outside, Andrea Inosevic of Croatia. Sharp improvement this year, down to 12.87 for the hurdles. And Charmaine Williams of Jamaica, 2012 and 2013 Olympic semi-finalists. So, sister has made the final already. Just on the outside, Nikita Holder of Canada, the Pan American bronze medalist. 2nd in her heat with a time of 12.86. And they're making up this last, is Anne Zagre of Belgium. Sorry, just looking at the camera, the wrong one there. This is Kolacek of Poland, and then on the outside it's Anna Zagre of Belgium, the Belgium record holder for the hurdles. So let's hope there's no false starts in this event. Wu of China, Morozova of Russia, the big favourite. Brianna Rollins of the United States goes in 4. Inosevic of Croatia in 5. Williams of Jamaica in 6. Holder of Canada in 7. Kolacek of Poland in 8. And Zagre of Belgium in 9. All eyes. Great shot that down the track to the defending champion. Hush now setting over the stadium, seconds before the start. Away cleanly. Well, Rollins got a good start, slightly rocking and rolling there. Inasevic also going well in the middle of the picture, but it's Rollins now starting to go away from Inasevic. Rollins at the moment, it's clear. Inasevic is there, but also coming well. Williams at the end there. Well, there's a faller just at the line. Rollins got it, Williams second. And I think it was Inasevic that caught the last hurdle there. Disappointment because she was running so well towards the end. The winning time, 12:72.
And just on the point, Rollins and Ivancevic seemed to be almost clashing elbows during the race. I don't know whether that put her off balance at all.
Well, we'll be able to see that. Thanks, Peter. We'll be able to see that on a replay. Well, defending champion, won a heat, won a semi-final. Let's watch again. There they are, third and fourth from the right of our picture. Well, there was a clash of one or two arms there, slightly causing a little bit of problem, but in the end, I don't think it was a disqualification offence anyway. Just one of those things that happens in the hurdles.
If hopefully we get a view from the head-on, I think it will be pretty clear. They look like they brushed at least 3 or 4 times, didn't they, on the arms? It's whether the crucial one brought her down. It's the head-on one we need, but keep your eye on the American because their opposite leg leads, their trail arms, well, you can see a little bit of flapping, but I don't think it looks like she caught.
If anything, I think Ivanovic was actually causing the problem. She was flapping her arm all the time, really.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was potentially any impeding by the American, but it does happen in hurdling. We've seen it over the years, haven't we? But that was good qualification from the American and the two sisters.
Brianna Rollins winning there in 12:71, and Jermaine Williams, as we saw, just taking that all-important second place, 12:86.
That's the lineup for the final. The two Williams sisters, Brianna Rollins, the defending champion, Tiffany Porter, the bronze medalist. A great final coming up later tonight.